Be honest, chat, is this drip? First react video of the day. How close are we to becoming Spider-Man? Believe me, I have tried. But anyway, this video is gonna tell us how.
This is Jake Laser, and as of the recording of this video, he just made one of the biggest advancements when it comes to bringing Spider-Man to life. And he's not alone. Because after going through more than 10 years worth of research and puzzling together how to recreate his four most important
Chat, let me know if it's a good volume.
Not only did I find out how close we really are to becoming Spider-Man, but also how we're getting there. This is James Hobson from Hacksmith Industries, one of the first creators to explore and make viral real-life Spider-Man tech back in 2017, closely followed by J Laser Video and his DIY web shooter. Back when Alan Walker music was used in 9 out of every 10 YouTube videos, Spider-Man tech was all about the small steps, using magnets to climb on surfaces, gloves and...
No, chat, if I'm not reading chat, it's because I'm watching the video, bro.
Tight sprayed adhesive into empty lighters to simulate web fluid. The fun stuff, you know.
That does not look like web
These
fluids.
inventions tackled 2 of the 5 spider powers we'll be covering today, and the first one was webs. If you search and scroll through web shooters on YouTube, almost every prototype...
Yeah, actually, yo, chat, what is your guys' favorite Spider-Man? Me personally, I'm a Tom Holland guy. And I'm gonna stand on that till I die.
Uses a magnet to pull cans, or this one that shoots silky fluid, or this one that's used for swinging. Sort of. As you can see, these web shooters naturally divide into 2. The simple, good-looking, and easy-to-use toys, and the heavy-duty, pressure-powered behemoths that allow you to grapple, stick, or nail yourself to the ceiling. But is there any way we can have both in one? Back in the 1980s, PCs used to have a few hundred kilobytes of RAM, barely being able to run a few...
Wait, he's got a point! Because, chat, back in the day, PCs, like, look, old PC. Chat, back in the day, computers used to be, like, massive. First computer, look. Oh, look, the first ever computer was massive, right? Okay, like a massive chunk of metal. So think about it. The first web swinging, first Spider-Man web shooter is going to be massive, right? But when we evolve, when we get better, when science improves, it's going to get compacted into a smaller web slinger. I feel like we are pretty close.
Nowadays, you can have way more than 200,000 times the amount of RAM in a laptop.
You look like, Sam, you kind of look like Miles Morales. Oh, I wish, bro. I wish I was black.
Laptop if you so damn please. My point is, powerful tech tends to get smaller. If enough
yeah, no, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Contraptions that look taken out of a Saw movie, they will eventually get lighter, smaller, and less pointy. And I've got proof. The first iterations of swinging web shooters were clunky, heavy, and required a lot of gear to work properly. Yet on December 10th, 2025, Jake Laser posted a video documenting his latest creation. A pressure-powered device that fits on your wrist that launches a metal plate that can stick to any flat surface using off-brand Nickelodeon slime. Looks too good to be true. And that's because there are still a couple of fixes other than the weight that need to be taken into consideration before attempting to make flips with a canister of pressurized air attached to the wrist. One of them is solving the surface area problem, because it's not the same trying to pull a can of Dr. Pepper with a tiny magnet than a satellite dish. This means only swinging for now. Another problem is the friction and discomfort of holding the string, which Jake solves with a 3D printed handle that he has to wrap the string around before every swing. The web also has to be...
That's so boring because I wouldn't want it to reload.
Work for more than just...
What's good, Dalinet? How you doing?
The point is, people are working on it, and it won't be long before the designs get lighter, cleaner, and overall better. However, it is true that swinging is gonna take a couple more decades before it can be done comfortably. Thankfully for us, sticking to walls...
Wait, chat, do you think in like 50 years we're going to be able to be Spider-Man? Surely, right? Surely.
Solving the issue quite creatively.
Oh! New thing on my bucket list. Become Spider-Man. Like, build a Spider-Man suit.
By either literally sticking themselves to stuff, or using some sort of device that uses magnets or suction to get the job done. These work, but they're painfully slow. And once the goo stops sticking, or the device runs out of battery, you're dead. Which is why I decided to look into more of a scientific approach. Good thing is that liking and subscribing isn't rocket science, so if you can, it'd be great if you did. Thanks. In 2014, Elliot Hawks from the University of South Carolina published an article as part of his PhD where he proved that it was
BR with the
possible
follow
to climb the side of a glass
doesn't
building
really mean
by
anything because he
using a
follows every day.
material that could be used to stick to walls without being sticky at all. But how does he do it? And is it viable? For a more professional explanation,
Wait, chat.
go watch.
You know how there's some animals like spiders or the gecko, whatever that thing is that was climbing on the wall. Obviously, they evolve from things, right? Do you think in the future, like I'm saying, like thousands, 10,000s, if not hundreds of thousands of years into the future, we as humans might evolve into being able to have like crazy powers, like climbing on walls or like swinging, like shooting stuff? Do you think that's going to be possible in the future if we can evolve? Because like, do you think that's possible?
Watch Veritasium's video on the topic because he's the science guy. Regardless, I'll see what I can do. Elliot used a material called synthetic gecko adhesive. At a microscopic level, the material is formed by these tiny branches that resemble the morphology of geckos' feet, as they use van der Waals forces to adhere to almost
die from a
any
nuclear war
smooth
soon than
surface.
becoming a
These
Superman?
forces occur due to the imbalance of electrons at a molecular level,
Nah, I'm gonna become a Superman before we die to a nuclear war.
positively charging the atom on one side while charging the other side negatively. And just like any loving couple, these two attract each other, which of course results in children. Well, the question is, how far can we take this?
Does the morning madness lead to bathroom sadness? It's time for Flash.
I hate.
With a
Stop ignoring me.
spray and a wondrous
I'm not
way
ignoring
you
you.
can
No, I'm
remove
not.
the grime.
Check Discord. Yo, I'll do it after this, bro. I'll do it after this.
New Flash.
Let me finish the
Spray
video.
done. Back to clean in a flash.
Oh my days, I'm getting pounded by stupid adverts.
For the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day
Despite his challenge with
Okay, we're
surface
halfway through,
area,
we're halfway through.
maximum stress, and speed, he managed to prove that.
Wait, when did this video come out?
The
Oh,
synthetic
3 months ago.
adhesion system enabled a 70-kilogram human to climb vertical glass with 140 centimeters squared of adhesive per hand, which is huge. But it's been more than 10 years, and the applications of the gecko adhesive seem to be facing towards the more useful side of it, as they should. And although the latest advancements on climbing look promising, they still take so long to stick that if used in this homecoming scene, well, let's just say these guys are not making it. Okay, so how about instead of looking into the work-in-progress superpowers, we instead focus on the already in use?
Just hit the gym.
Exoskeletons have been a thing for a while now, but they've been bulky, heavy, and they eat more batteries than these guys. However, just like I've mentioned before, powerful tech tends to get smaller. That's why the 29th of March 2018, Rome Robotics announced a mobile exoskeleton that looks taken straight out of a video game, which increases strength and endurance of the lower portion of your body, allowing for longer and more stress-inducive walks. But walking harder ain't gonna help you jump a building, so how can we? Short answer, we can't. Long answer, we're not really trying to. There's only so much power.
Chat, if you guys could have one superpower from Spider-Man, so what is that? Web slinging. Wait, let me see. What do you have? Superhuman strength. No, bro. I'm saying like, it's like web slinging, sticking on walls, superhuman strength, and what else is it? Okay, which one would you have? I'd low-key have the sticking on walls, I think.
You
Like
can
climbing
hack
on
into an
walls, that'd be sick.
exoskeleton. Anymore, and you'd be increasing weight and affecting mobility. And since we don't have world-destroying threats attacking New York every 2 years, scientists and engineers are not using time or money to bring superheroes to life, but rather building
That's a good point. That's a
exoskeletons
good
that
point.
relieve stress from the muscle, health-focused suits to help recovering patients, or straight-up robots that do the heavy lifting altogether. Which means that although we can increase our strength and mobility with rechargeable super soldier-looking devices, we haven't yet figured out how to make a human hold 2 halves of a fairy midway in the air. But fret not, as we're about to talk about a device that...
Spider sense, that's it. Oh, my bad. Which one would you rather have? Like, okay, in real life, like right now, you just spawn in with it, like right now. Web swinging, wall climbing, or super strength, or spider sense. I'm gonna say I think wall crawling, because think about it, right? You can literally like climb up anything, but also, bro, you could like pick. I don't know, bro. I feel like that would be the best. Because super strength, realistically, what are you gonna use super strength for? Realistically. Val has an update. Well, I'll do it after this video. Web swing. I saw a thing. Apparently, if you like web swing, apparently your arm will get ripped off. Like, we physically don't have the capabilities as a human being to did this guy just say X-ray vision? You pervert, bro. I'm getting back to the video.
Might be the closest we've ever been to bringing spider sense to life. In 2013, a student of the University of Illinois came up with a suit concept that uses ultrasonic sensors to detect nearby objects. And although it was mostly aimed for people who couldn't actually see in the first place, it laid the foundation for what could very well
that's my mask! Chat, that's my one, no? That's my one! Hell yeah!
Spider sense. Fast forward 8 years when Hacksmith Industries came up with a mask that instead uses lidar sensors
I did not mean to
to
pin a
detect
message.
nearby objects and uses
That's my bad. I did not
vibrations to signal
mean to
whether
pin a
something
message.
is
My bad,
close
Izzy.
or not.
My bad,
What is lidar, you may ask? It is that
I didn't
seemingly
mean to
useless
delete
black
it, my bad.
circle besides the camera lenses of pro iPhones that uses invisible lasers to interpret 3D spaces. However, there's still a huge problem. How can either of these designs know if there's
Time
a
stop
guy
and
following me,
unlimited
or if
stamina.
it's just New York traffic? Well, they don't. Yet. Thanks to self-driving cars that use this technology, we know that real-time environmental scanning is possible. And with the combination of motion sensors like the original design, there would only be one thing that the device would have to do before we attempt to dodge bullets. And that's learning. By using the machine learning side of AI,
This shit's kind of boring. Yeah, low-key it kind of is, though,
sounds,
chat.
and movements.
Chat, we'll finish this video. I promise you, next time we'll find a better video. Actually, yo, we could do
That are
suggestions, maybe.
associated with danger, say a person stalking you or an earthquake rumble. A pair of smart glasses, for example.
Yeah, nah,
fitted
this
with
video is not
technology
it, bro. I
can
mean, I'm gonna
interpret
finish
this
it,
data
but still.
and then let you know about the danger.
Bad
And I know what you're gonna say.
pick from me, my bad.
Dude, I think if the building I'm on was falling or someone shot at me, not only would I know, but the last thing I need is my Meta Ray-Bans telling me today's forecast is cloudy with a chance of death. Now that's true, but the tech goes even further than that. Imagine it was connected
I
to the
wanna see
surveillance
you
system
beat
of your
it.
city, so
Shut
that
up.
only by wearing a pair of glasses, a cop or a firefighter could be alerted instantly of a robbery, a fire, or the location of a running criminal. Or picture going into a dark room and being able to have a 3D scan of the area without using a flashlight. Just imagine the uses for visually impaired individuals or crime scene analytics. Believe it or not, spider sense is closer than you think. Sure, your reaction time is still human, and turning the lights on still seems to be the go-to option for dark rooms. But it's cool to think that the tech might come sooner than we think, and become as accessible as a good old Gucci pair of glasses. Look, the Spider-Man dream might seem a bit further than we first thought. But is it really? Even with Earth's physics and human ability slowing us down, they haven't completely stopped us from creating some amazing things. We've done one-to-one replicas of suits with moving lenses and arms. We've got wingsuits we can somewhat fly with, and countless other gadgets that range from toys to scientific breakthroughs. So next time you think we're too far from becoming Spider-Man, how about you instead think about how close we've really gotten?
Bro,
I
yo.
wonder how close we are from the super soldier serum. And if you want to know why even...
Yo, bro, humans are actually sick with the stuff we invented. Anyway, you said that Valorant has an update? Bro got jump scared over a fucking nothing, stupid Fammy. Every time Famuel is live, I'm edging. Chop chop. Oh wait, oh, you wanted me to react to your video. My